WWE Survivor Series takes place this Sunday from Chicago, Illinois at the Allstate Arena. And if you want to talk about Chicago, we have to talk about the most popular wrestler from Chicago, CM Punk. He is back with the WWE, and he is on a WWE show, but he's not actually signed to the WWE. He's working for Fox. He works for WWE Backstage, and it's just a show Fox does every Tuesday night recapping the week, and he gave his thoughts on some of the product. He says he's not going to be there, or he's not going to wrestle. I doubt we see him at Survivor Series. There's going to be some CM Punk chants. They'll show some stuff. We'll see. I think CM Punk will be back in the WWE, and he will wrestle again. It's only a matter of when, but I really believe it's going to happen soon. However, let's focus on the pay-per-view on Sunday. 8 official matches, and it's going to be a bit hard because I'm actually recording this on a Tuesday. This will be up probably on Thursday. So the problem I'm going to have is I think on NXT they're going to announce all the matches or all the participants in the 2 elimination matches. So I don't know who they are at this time, but I will give you my predictions for those 2 matches anyways. So you have 2 Survivor Series elimination matches, which is a bit disappointing for some people because this is supposed to be no more of an elimination type show. You have 2 matches, but the majority of the show is just it's title matches and it's triple threat matches. But you have a 5-on-5 women's Survivor Series triple threat elimination match. On Team Raw, you have Charlotte Flair, you have Natalya, you have Kairi Sane, you have Asuka, and you have Sarah Logan. Team SmackDown, you have Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross. And Sasha Banks and Charlotte are the captains of their team. And finally, on Team NXT, we do not know. I don't know who it's going to be. I can speculate. I mean, I look at the War Games, the women wrestling in the War Games. I think some of you might see them. I think Mia Yim maybe. Bianca Belair I can definitely see. Candice LeRae I can see. Tegan Nox I can see. Actually, someone who's not wrestling in the War Games I actually think probably will be in this match since she's not a part of the show is Dakota Kai. I can see Dakota Kai. I can see Kaylee Ray. One of the horsewomen, Marina Shafir or Justin Duke are all possibilities, but who's my prediction to win? This is really tough. This was actually the hardest match for me to predict because I don't know. I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to say they give it to, I don't know who NXT is. Because I don't know who it's going to be on NXT, it could be a jobber team. I'm gonna go with Team Raw. Team Raw is my pick. That's my pick to win. I think they're the most star power. You have SmackDown, you have Sasha as the big star on Raw, you have Charlotte, you have Asuka and Kairi the champs. I don't know if they want to have both of them lose. You have Natalya there too. They're sort of pushing again. So I'm gonna go with Raw. Raw's my pick to win. I think Charlotte's probably the last woman standing. Probably comes down to Charlotte and Sasha, most likely. Next, we have a 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series triple threat elimination match. You have Team Raw, which is Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet against Team SmackDown, who is Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, and Shorty G. I believe you have Rollins and Reigns as the captains. And on Team NXT, to be announced, again, I can speculate. It won't be any of the Undisputed Era guys because they all have matches, but I look at the show, I think Finn Balor, probably you'll see him. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense for Matt Riddle. I think he would be perfect for this spot. Pete Dunne or Damian Priest or Killian, whoever loses, the triple threat, I can see them. I can see Keith Lee. I can see Ciampa, most likely. I can definitely see that. Dijakovic. I don't think you'll see Gargano because he's hurt, so no Johnny Wrestling for us. But I think you'll see some names. Who wins? I'm going to go with Team SmackDown. I have Team Raw winning the women's match. I'm going with Team SmackDown to win the men's match. I think Reigns gets the big win for his team. I think they're probably... I can't see him losing this because I don't think it hurts NXT because the guys they're going to have in this match aren't really their champs, so it's not a huge deal if they lose. But my pick is Roman Reigns' team. I think Team SmackDown is your winner here. And I think they win the Survivor Series elimination match. Next, Brand Supremacy Triple Threat Tag Team match. I mean, these are the longest match names. Anyway, here's who you have. You have the Viking Raiders, who are the Raw Tag Team Champions. You have the New Day, who are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And you have the Undisputed Era. It'll be defended by Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, who are the NXT champs. No titles are on the line, but it's a Brand Supremacy. Whoever wins this match, it just gets bragging rights. And I hate this. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant. I've been proposing this for a while. Okay, WrestleMania is the big build-up of the year. It's the biggest show of the year. The Royal Rumble sets up WrestleMania because whoever wins the Rumble goes to main event WrestleMania, or at least gets a title shot, even though it's not. Mostly not. Usually isn't the main event. Still, that's a big deal. I've been proposing this. Survivor Series is like All-Star Week, right? If you watch baseball, it's the most important All-Star game of them all. It's not like football where it doesn't mean shit. Baseball means a lot. This is like the football All-Star game, like the Pro Bowl. It means shit. But in baseball, it's huge because you have the two conferences, and the National and the American, and whoever wins gets home field advantage in the World Series. So I've been proposing this for a while. Whoever wins, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, whoever wins the most matches, they can keep count, gets the main event of WrestleMania. That would be huge, and everyone's going to kill themselves because everyone has a chance to be in the main event. That's why you need to do it, Survivor Series. Whoever brand wins gets the main event WrestleMania. That's what they should be doing. It pisses me off they don't do that. It's such a good idea. Maybe they don't have their main event set up yet, but that is perfect. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Whoever wins the most matches, you keep score. Whoever gets the most wins gets the main event of WrestleMania. Everything means a lot. Oh, I wish they would do that because it's WrestleMania. But it's just another show. It's sort of just like it's like a scrimmage. That's the kind of thing it is. But anyway, back to the tag match. I got the War Raiders. I think that's a lock. They're winning this. I don't think Undisputed Era has to win. I don't think it's a big deal for them to win. They'll do really well in the match. I don't think they need to win. New Day, I don't think it makes sense. I would go with the Viking Raiders. Erik and Ivar are my picks to win this match. It could be the Undisputed Era, but I'm going to go with Raiders. I think the New Day are least likely to win this match, but I'm going to go with the Raiders. Next, Brand Supremacy Triple Threat Match. AJ Styles, who is the U.S. Champion on Raw, against Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown, against Roderick Strong, the North American Champion on NXT. Good matchup here. Probably should be the best match of the night. I think with these three guys, they're all older. I think almost all of them are probably in their 40s. I don't even know. Maybe not Roderick, but AJ and Nakamura, they had one of the most disappointing feuds in WWE history last year. I remember when I first started doing LRMania, I was so excited for that match. I want that match, WrestleMania 34, because I started doing videos after 33. We get that match. It was a massive disappointment, and then they kept having disappointing match after disappointing match, and it sucked. Horrible feud. So I'm not too interested in seeing them in the ring together anymore. I would wish Daniel Bryan was this match. It could have been AJ against Dan Bryan against Roderick Strong, but here you'll have a good match. I have no doubt this will do well. Roderick Strong's very good. Nakamura, when he tries, can be good, and AJ's still very good, even though he's a bit older. I think AJ wins. I think it makes sense. He's the biggest star of the three by far. I'm going to go with AJ Styles to win. The Brand Supremacy U.S. champion wins the Brand Supremacy over the other two mid-card titles. Next, the final Brand Supremacy Triple Threat match. You have the Raw Women's Champion, the Man, Becky Lynch, taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, and you have the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. So I'm really looking forward to this match because I don't know where they're going to go here. It's obvious Triple H and Shawn Michaels love Shayna Baszler. They're pushing her to the moon. They love her in NXT. I guess she kind of looks like that tough, woman who's, can beat you up in real life. And she's different from Ronda because Ronda is tough, obviously, but Ronda's very attractive. Shayna looks like someone who's mean. She's kind of like that prison bitch you don't want to mess with. That's kind of the look Shayna Baszler has. Even though she's nowhere near the athlete Ronda was in MMA. My God, Ronda was on a different level than her, but... And if they fought, Ronda would kill Shayna. But anyway, who wins this match? All three of them can win. I think Becky absolutely is capable of winning. She's their top female star. They love Becky Lynch. She's really the biggest female star that maybe they've ever had in terms of popularity. She main evented WrestleMania, and she's a huge star for them. And they love Becky, and they have her on the top of the video game. Easily see Becky winning. And Becky, look what she's done this year. Won the Royal Rumble. Won the main event at WrestleMania and won at SummerSlam. So maybe she goes 4 for 4 and sweeps the big four in big matches this year. So that would be huge if they give it to Becky. So I can see it like that. They could go with Bayley. I think Bayley's certainly a possibility. She probably could use it the most for legitimacy because, she really hasn't had a huge win. She's beaten Charlotte a couple times. The match was like a fluke win. So they could give it to Bayley and really try to get her over as a top heel. My pick's going to be Shayna. I think Shayna Baszler wins. I've been critical of her sometimes. I don't see her as a huge star, but I think for this, I think she should win. I think it makes sense. So I think she's going to the main roster very soon, so it makes sense to have her win. Maybe she just, I doubt she even loses. I think she just drops the NXT title, kind of like what Paige did a few years ago, and goes to the main rosters. I think Shayna is coming up. Makes sense for her to win, and she's going to be on the main roster. This is a huge win for her. And maybe she feuds with Becky. It could be the WrestleMania match. I doubt that's it, but she could have a big match with Becky down the line. But I'm going to go with Baszler. Next, 3 title matches. You have the NXT Championship. You have Adam Cole defending his title against one of 3 guys. So these 3 guys are wrestling in a triple threat match on TakeOver. You can watch my TakeOver predictions for who I think is going to win. All I will say is Adam Cole retains. I don't know who's going to win this yet. I'm going to do that separate from my TakeOver video. So that'll be uploaded after this. Watch that. All I'm going to say is Adam Cole wins. I do not see Pete Dunne beating Adam Cole. I certainly do not see Killian and Dain beating Adam Cole. And I doubt they give Damian Priest the NXT title this quickly. So Adam Cole is my pick. Next, WWE Universal Championship. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defends his title against Daniel Bryan. This is a good match. It's a lock who's going to win. I mean, there's no chance Daniel Bryan wins. This is the biggest lock of the night. And, you never say never. I mean, there is absolutely no chance Daniel Bryan's winning the title. He shouldn't. I think the Fiend's going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns is going to finally slay the Fiend. I think that's where they're building it up to. The Fiend loses another big WrestleMania match. Another big WrestleMania match for Bray. He loses to Cena, then to Taker, and then he gets embarrassed by The Rock that one year. He loses to Orton, he loses his belt. And he missed the last 2 shows. He wasn't even on them. But now he's going to lose another big one to Roman Reigns. That's where we're headed to. It's going to be the Fiend against Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal title. And Roman Reigns is going to beat the Fiend at WrestleMania. That's where we're going. Sorry to say it. But the Fiend and Daniel Bryan, the Fiend's winning. There's absolutely no chance Daniel Bryan's winning. That's the biggest lock of the night. Fiend retains the Universal title. In the match, it might even be a bigger lock, but I'm not going to say for sure because there's something that could happen in this match. So, the WWE Championship, no holds barred. Brock Lesnar defends his title against Rey Mysterio. I think this is the main event for sure. Okay. I think Brock's going to win, but they could give it to Rey. Here's how they can give it to Rey. Kane. So Brock, it's no holds barred. That's really interesting that they did that. Like, they didn't do that for no reason. It's no holds barred. It is so possible Cain Velasquez makes his big return, kills Brock Lesnar, destroys him, takes him out. Rey gets on the top rope, just like how Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar in 2004 after Goldberg attacked him at No Way Out. Does the frog splash for Eddie. 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio wins the WWE Championship. That could easily happen. Eddie died, 14 years ago now? It was past a few weeks. Another Latino wins it for Eddie, who was his best friend. Come on, you can't see that. Oh my God, I'm almost going to pick Rey. Should I pick Rey? I'm going to pick Brock. I think Brock should retain. No, I just think Brock's keeping this belt here. I don't see him losing to Rey. I could be wrong. I could easily see that scenario. I hope that would be a really awesome moment to see Rey win the belt from Brock. And I like that. Because obviously Brock's going to murder Rey in a match, but Kane comes out, Rey gets the win. They could do that. My gut tells me Brock retains the title. Maybe Kane comes out after, but my gut tells me Brock's keeping this belt, so I'm picking Brock Lesnar to retain. That's my predictions. Survivor Series goes down this Sunday, Chicago, Illinois. Hopefully you have a great show. You have a pretty good card. You have a lot of multi-man matches. You're going to see a lot of bodies in the ring. And we'll see how the show goes. And you'll see my review for the show immediately following it. And I will also review the one thing I think a lot of people are looking forward to more than Survivor Series, and that's Stone Cold Steve Austin's big sit-down interview with The Undertaker, Mark Calloway. That's who he's going to be. So it's going to be Austin and Taker. I can't wait for that. I want to watch that more than Survivor Series. That is going to be awesome. You don't really get to see Undertaker in that kind of setting. My guess is he's maybe going into the Hall of Fame, so they're humanizing him a bit. But I really want to see Austin's interview with Taker, and I'll watch that immediately following Survivor Series. So it might take a while for this review to be up, but I'm really looking forward to that interview. So that's it, and hopefully we get a great show this Sunday.